What weird way to introduce some new characters! Am I right? Sorry for that weird intro there. I thought it would be funny. Anyways, as you read the title, I am introducing some new characters which I remade from old characters. Let me show you how! Back to around 5 to 6 years ago, I made these two characters for a story. I did make them in Gacha, but I don't have any evidence of that. But however, I actually do have evidence that I've actually drew them before. And then I learned the fact of yandere tropes. What is a yandere? Some of you who are innocent as heck might be asking. From what I'm aware of, this is a anime trope where someone would do anything for a crush, which is called a senpai apparently, even for murder. The actual term, again from what I can tell, is a mix between the term yanderu, meaning ill, and the term dere dere, meaning sweet or kind. So the term implies that the yandere in question is pulling a cute facade when in reality they're sick. In air quotes. Usually a mental illness is in play. If you remember my revisal of my Oliver has dissociative identity disorder headcanon, or anyone else who doesn't like this trope, you can see why I wanted to fix the issue. For those of you still unaware, that means the trope has a huge hint of ableism against certain mental illnesses, and from what I'm aware of so far, it's usually dissociative identity disorder and antisocial personality disorder. Then again, I actually made this story 5 to 6 years ago when I didn't really know better. However, when I learned the trope, I did try to make it more grounded in reality. And then I remembered, oh wait, I have no real clue of what I'm doing because I don't know what ASPD is. And I actually did try to inform myself of what this disorder is actually like, but I'm not sure on my sources until I actually get a chance to interact with someone with the disorder. So now I'm stuck with this half-baked, terrible yandere story for 5 to 6 years. And then October of 2020, I wanted to do a little story that was different from a yandere story inspired by Danganronpa characters, but I had a bit of a problem trying to make characters for that kind of story. And then my brain went yo bro, remember that one story you made where it was cringy as heck and you had no idea how to remake that? Yeah, why? Well, now's your chance to actually rework that story into the story you want to make. Rework the characters into that story. And that's what I did. As said in the previous part, I actually was making a yandere story out of it, and I decided to not do that anymore. And also, like I said before in the previous part, I actually found a ship and I liked it. That pairing being the Fuyuhiko and Peko one. Surprisingly, it was wholesome. And yeah, it did get inspired, so the story is actually now a bodyguard story. There's actually a reason for this. Originally, the story would take place in high school, because yandere, of course. But now with the bodyguard thing, I did want to try and get a little more closer to reality, and I wanted the characters to be the same age. So now they're 27. Ah yes, the former yandere character used to be called Saburo, now known as Subaru. I decided to call him that because it was easier. I actually kept his hair colors, and I actually decided to do something different with the personality because, wholesome. I wanted to actually make a wholesome bodyguard character, so he's the bodyguard character. And he's actually supposed to be buff, but because Gacha's limiting, he has no body type showing that. Formerly the protagonist, now deuteragonist, the pop star character Hiroki. I actually kept his name, and again, like with Subaru, the hair colors, though the pink isn't exact because I thought it would look more aesthetically pleasing this way. And he actually has a different personality. He was originally supposed to be shy, but different here is he's now confident, to the point where he can come off as pretentious and cocky at some points. But he actually does have a heart, no worries. And I actually kept his name too, because it was a lot easier to remember than Saburo. I am so sorry for people that have that name. I probably have a harder time remembering that than Subaru. I am so sorry. Well, I actually am proud of myself for actually reworking these characters into a better story, and I actually like them now. You might see more of them more on my channel. But anyways, later. Bye bye!